name's Sara Flannery. I'm a senior majoring in history with a minor in management. I studied abroad at the University of Limerick in Ireland. I knew Ireland was the place I wanted to go because I have family heritage there. So it was kind of between applying to Trinity College Dublin or University of Limerick. And for me, what decided it was they had a practicum option, so I applied for a research grant. And it was also more affordable too. And I was on the West Coast, which is generally considered part of the prettiest part of Ireland. I lived with 5 other girls from the US, and 2 of them knew each other, but all the rest of us didn't know anyone. So it was a really great experience, I guess, getting to know each other and then also getting to know Ireland together. I bonded with them a lot, and I did most of my travels with them actually. The way that the campus is set up is kind of similar to the U of M's actually, where it has 2 campuses on either side of a river. We were on the part that I kind of felt seemed more like East Bank, where it had the majority of the main buildings, and that was probably a 15-minute walk from our housing area to the main part of campus. A lot of the classes also had something called a tutorial, which is a discussion section, like what we have here. And so that was very similar. I think that the biggest difference was the grading style. There, the majority of the grade is on the final exam, and for here, a large portion of our grade is on the final exam, but you have other things like participation and maybe midterms or papers throughout the semester that add up to the majority of the grade. And in Ireland, a lot of times the final was 80 or 90% of your grade, so you had to be prepared for that at the end. One of the things that I'd never really experienced before was planning my own trips. So planning weekend excursions either around Ireland or going abroad, and you have to plan those down to the last detail by yourself. And usually we did it in a group, but it could be hard when you try and balance all the different things that you have to plan among 3 or 6 or 9 people, because you have to find housing for all those people, you have to find places that everyone's willing to eat at or visit. That was a huge growing experience for me. And then also going to these different cities and learning how to navigate them, because sometimes if you go to another country, you might not necessarily have data on your phone. So I think one of the most useful things for me was learning how to use a paper map accurately. I think that the University of Limerick does a good job of appealing to a wide variety of students. It's easy to transfer students from the University of Minnesota to the University of Limerick because they kind of have that research-oriented mindset that the University of Minnesota does. They're one of the larger institutions in Ireland, so they have a wide variety of students just like the U of M. It's an experience that you're going to cherish for the rest of your life. If you're worried about money, then you can apply for scholarships, or you can maybe get a job beforehand or afterwards to make up for the money that you spend. Or if you're worried about credits, then talk to an advisor, because you'd be surprised how often you can get credits to transfer back. So don't worry too much about the technicalities of studying abroad, because it ultimately works itself out. I don't regret the decision at all. Within the first week of going there, I knew it was the right choice. Just because I was already meeting a lot of people, I managed to visit a couple places within Ireland too in that first week that kind of brought home the fact that I was in another country, and this was my chance to learn more about myself and learn more about the rest of the world as well.